Alright, so y'all are on the wrong channel right now. There you go. Now we got some people. Got 7 of you hanging out. So you gotta forgive me. I'm a rookie at this YouTube stuff. There you go, the auditor. How you doing, sir? So yeah, I'm sitting here on my phone trying to figure this stuff out. My apologies for being a rookie. Yeah. So I'm watching this chat where I'm supposed to be. And I'm supposed to be live over here, but hopefully you guys can catch up on this one. There's Luciano. Hi, there's my boy, American Lawn Specialist. Grassy ass. Alright, cool, we're here. So now if I can figure the rest of this up. Give me a second still. It's like 9:36, man. What is this? DLT? What is this? It's a I can't even say the word right now. Alright. Okay. Here we go. Boom, there you are. I just gotta turn this down. Then I can kick back and hear the chat, I guess. Alright, let's go through these comments real quick. Daniel Kaminsky is in the house. My boy, how you doing, bud? So we got Robert Matthews. Amazing to have you here, man. The auditor, Luciano. Like I said, American Law Specialist, Grassy Ass, Eddie H, DLT, Dr. Reels in the house. Let's see. Your videos are costing me money landscaping. Sorry to hear that, man. Travis Cover, it's good to see you here, man. Snow Solo, Extra Rewind. Hey, man, I'm gonna do my best to keep up with this chat that I'm looking at. But yeah, I'm already gonna apologize for not being able to keep up with it. First time ever going live by myself without being on DLT's channel. So let's see. I was planning on going on here and going over some comments that obviously I haven't had time to get to because just been busting ass out here. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna hang out and we'll go with whatever you guys want to talk about. You know, we got a super chat up there. No. Oh, shoot. Much love, man. Much love. All right. So look, for those of you who don't know, Shane from DLT, he is the reason that I'm on here. Him and Ray Ray. I didn't know lawn care existed on YouTube, and I found out that it did, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm bored right now. I don't have any hobbies. I'm not coaching soccer anymore, so that's why I'm here. So you can thank them for giving me the motivation to go ahead and pass on to you guys. So yeah, let's look at these comments real quick because I saw one come in here. Extra Rewind. You motivated me to start my own lawn business. Awesome, man. That's good to hear. Put in the chat, how old you are, what you did before you did this business. What your plans are for the future. Because I don't know. I never really set out a path I didn't end up here because I put a path in motion. I just ended up here by fate, I guess. So anything's possible. You can end up doing anything in this world, and you never know where this path's gonna lead you. Bottom line. So let's see. Bear with me. Bear with me. Yes, we love the flag. We don't really love our government, but we love our country, and we love the men and women in it. Because we are the USA, not the government. I always remember that. So, thinking about getting a skag, cheetah or tiger cat for Robert Matthews. In my opinion, the only real difference between those two, one of them's a little bit more of a tank. Like the Turf Tiger 2, the reason I got it is because it has so many mountains and hills and just rough rides. And it's just got the heavier transmissions. It's got just a sturdier body to it. To tell you the truth, I didn't want to have anything breaking, and it never has broken. But the cheetah, I did sit on the cheetah the other day. All right, and so I was up in the dealer, and I sat down on the cheetah. It was a nice little sit down feeling. I mean, the seat was better. It was beefed up like a racing car seat. But I mean, honestly, I don't go that fast. I don't go that fast when I'm on grass. I just don't. There's no there's no reason to go 18 miles an hour when you're mowing grass. No one does. So, that's the way that goes. What do you got here? Hey, Sean. Thanks for joining, brother. And grassy ass, lawn care. 55, 20 years of concrete, and then 10 years of heavy equipment operations. So grassy ass, I guess, what made you switch over to that? Just because the easiness of mowing grass? Because, yeah, man, mowing grass is pretty easy compared to a lot of the other stuff that there is out there. So, sorry, looking at the chat again because I don't have the StreamYard stuff. So, like I said, I'm looking at this and not my computer. Yep, Ray has definitely been throwing out those videos, man. I like me some Ray, especially when I eat dinner. So, yeah, Robert, just put a video out from last weekend's hike. We went up and hiked the Cascade waterfalls, and man, it was a beautiful hike. Probably one of the best days of my season so far, because I wasn't mowing grass. So, is the sound okay? Because like I said, I've never done it. Hopefully, my scratchy beard isn't scratching the mic too much and making too much noise. All right, here we go. The auditor's got a question here. So, what do you do in the winter? Christmas lights or power washing? I watched Jim Indigo Services and got my attention for an added services. I personally don't do pressure washing. I think that's like almost a separate entity service. So I've never gotten into pressure washing, but you know, me personally, I line up projects. Like I'll talk to my clients throughout the season, and if they have like a large scale project, I can talk them into holding it off till the winter months, and just let them know we'll do a winter rate. You know, instead of charging the $80 per man hour, we'll drop it down to 60 per man hour. And if you want a really big job and I think it's going to take a week, then I'll just do a set week rate that will be out there. Because basically, especially if you have employees and families and people that depend on you, then you got to make sure that you're working. It doesn't really matter how much money that you're making in your pocket if you have employees during the wintertime, because once you hire people, that's your main priority in life. And that's why I don't hire people. I don't have a huge crew because my main priority in life, I tried that. I had 4 employees when I was 26, and it was very, very stressful. And I found out that if my priority in life was to support myself and my family, I could handle that just fine. It wasn't stressful. But, you know, when you get into the other side of it, it gets real stressful. So, back to the question. The pressure washing, I don't mess with it. Christmas lights, I've had offers of people to be like, hey, Randall, you want to start doing Christmas lights? Not really. They drive me crazy here at my house. So I don't even decorate my tree. I'll hang the ornaments, but I don't put the lights on my tree. I don't want to decorate anyone else's house. But not to mean you can't make a lot of money. That castle property that I take care of had Christmas lights all over it this year. And it was another landscaping company that came in and did it. So, and I don't care about that. You know, that's the only reason they hired them was to bring in the Christmas lights and take them back. So, let me look back at these comments real quick because now we got Mark Linton's up in the house, Alan's Lawn Care in the house. Good to see you, Warriors, hanging out with us. I sound like I'm walking through the woods. Is that better? Does that sound any better? Now you can probably hear the damn wind. So let me know in the chat if it sounds any better or worse. If it sounds worse, I'll stick the as much better. Alright. There we go. Alright. We got blades up in the house. What's going on, Zach? Yeah, smaller operations, definitely less headache usually. DLT Doc says, yeah, they charge about $1,500 for Christmas lights for sure. They definitely do. Alan, you're very welcome, man. And actually, big shout out to Alan. Alan just joined our community here, our channel, a couple months ago, probably this spring. And he's really been motivating me to keep on doing these videos for you guys. Along with, who is it, Sean down in Florida, I think? Yeah, had a really good one. Sean down in Florida, he's been throwing out a whole lot of comments, watching a lot of our videos and stuff. Travis has been chilling. Martin Roberts, welcome to the group here. So, Snow Solo, how does the Hero deck on your Freedom cut compared to your Velocity deck on Turf Tiger? That's a good question. The deck on the Freedom Z cuts grass good. And, you know, like Ray's always saying that the discharge from the laser X series and stuff from X-Mart is a further discharge, which is true. And he also says that it disperses the grass better with the Skag, which is also true. So neither deck, I don't think there's a big difference, honestly. And I'm looking at them, obviously. I'm in my garage. But I will say the Velocity deck, it doesn't spit out clumps ever. It may get chunky if you don't sharpen the blades and get stringy. But, you know, definitely Velocity deck is awesome. I don't know, buddy, but why don't you go ask your daddy, okay? All right. Alright. Sorry about that, was my grandson came in. Am I done with the hedge work? No, I'm never done with the hedge work. There's always bushes to be trimmed, always. So we got the Hero deck. Martin Roberts says the Hero deck, nice, same one of them older super surfers, Great Dane standards, maybe about, yeah, Dane Skag. Yep. So, Robert, I'm glad you caught that live stream of the fireworks. So, the decks to me, they don't really make a difference. They're both pretty good decks, but I will say that the Velocity deck is sturdier, and like I said, it doesn't clog up and be nasty. Thank you, sir. Hey, Jake, welcome to the hangout session. Yeah, it is what it is. You know, And I had X Marts, and I used X Marts for, probably 10 years working for other people. And I don't know, I used a Skag to mow down some grass that was like 6 feet tall. And dude, after I mowed down a huge overgrown soccer field and stuff with a Skag, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get a Skag, and that's what I did. So I got two of them now, obviously, and I love them both. I think the Freedom Z has like 3,300 hours on it, and my Turf Tiger 2 has 1330, I think, right now. All right, back to the chat. B&G Lawn Care, how you doing, bud? Welcome to the Warrior chat session. Good to see that most of y'all are still awake and hanging out. The sword is the King Arthur sword. And got that from my son a long time ago. So I wonder if my other son is still watching. I wonder if Dan's up in here still. Go back, see if I missed any other things in the thing. Let's see. So Doc says, seems like the Velocity deck here with the Fescue was the best deck in Ohio. Yeah, and I will say that because of the grass. There's Dan. Because of the grass that I'm cutting, the tall turf fescue, that deck is amazing. And the one thing I really love, because I don't use shoe blockers, I have no need for a shoe blocker on my route, and I don't have them. So the discharge of those things is really nice when you go backwards, and they mulch up everything when you go backwards. So like if I'm going to go forward on a stripe to shoot away from an obstacle, then I'll come backwards on the stripe. Then I'll go forwards, shoot over, go backwards. The discharge is none. Like if I go backwards on that machine, it doesn't discharge grass out and spin it everywhere. It just kind of clumps it and lays it. And then you can go forward again and throw it out. But anytime you're cutting wet grass, I guess it doesn't really matter what kind of grass it is, it's going to be nasty. I mean, I hate it. So, let's see. Yes, the heat is getting to us these days. Everybody's kind of burnt out for sure. Robert, watch Ray Ray's comparison to X-Mart and Skag. I'm still up in the air. Man, they're both good mowers, man. I mean, I didn't have anything wrong with the Skag. I mean, with the X-Marts. I just didn't go X-Mart because they were more expensive at the time. And once I went to Skag, I enjoyed the Skag. The same time that all happened was when X-Mart changed and the decks started being different on them, and the Skags were almost exactly like an X-Mart. So I think that's why I liked them the most. Let's see, Christopher Thomas, you have one of the best long hair channels on YouTube. Thanks for all the info. I've copied you a lot. It's working. Awesome, man. Chris, welcome to the community. Another warrior. Man, we got 35 warriors hanging out right now, and that's pretty cool. That's really awesome. Eddie H says, I have a Ferris FW15 for sale. One of my first mowers I used was a Ferris mower, and it was the pitchfork handle three-wheeler where you sat on the seat on the third wheel, and they were big wheels, like big chunky wheels. That was an amazing machine. It had the hydraulic front loader deck on it. Loved that Ferris. And I looked at Ferris when I was going to go buy these mowers for the first time, but ended up going with Skags, obviously, and that was more to dealer support and stuff. Much more. American Lawn Specialist, Skag was the only one that I considered mine, and he went with Bobcat. But I know his Bobcats are doing it too. I've been watching his videos ever since it came out, so yeah, I definitely can't bash on the Bobcat, and ELC has been throwing out his Bobcat striping videos also up here. And yeah, I watch a lot of small channels. Like, I don't watch a whole lot of lawn care, but I watch the smaller channels when I do, like a lot of them. So you know, I've honestly only watched the bigger channels, maybe 2 or 3 episodes of all of them. And I will say that Johnny Blades Grass, I enjoy your videos, buddy. You do a good job, and you're just a good guy, man. I can tell. All right, we got here in the chat. .32-inch Eddie H is selling that Ferris. Shane's talking about the bad boy mowers. Not a fan of bad boys, but I've never really used one. Just seen their cut, and what I've seen, the cut on a bad boy is nowhere near the Skag cut. I mean, I'm just saying, there's nowhere near the Skag. Let's see, Mark Linton demoed an X Laser Z for a week. It was a good mower, but I prefer the right ZK over it. All right. And so, Mark, I've never used a right mower. What's the most beneficial part of a right mower? Is it the speed, the power, the maneuver, able to maneuver around obstacles? I mean, let us know in the chat, why you like the right mowers, because probably many of us have never used a right mower. I don't even think they sell them here. Let's see, Ray's up in the house. Another amazing warrior in the community. Welcome here. All right, Dan. Good night, buddy. I know you got to go to bed, man. My son Daniel, working his first real man's job downtown in an office building. He's extremely smart. Amazing man. Doing a wonderful job growing up, and I'm very proud of him. He actually just bought himself his dream car that he's been wanting for a while. So, Dan, have a good week, bud. I'll talk to you, man. Love you. Alright. Ray, we said hey to Ray. The AirX deck and the Velocity deck are the best on the market, in my opinion. I assume we're talking about the Bobcat, because the Bobcat seems to lay a pretty good stripe, and I know y'all guys cut some thick grass down there. I know that Southern Turf is thick, man. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. Shane's, I don't know. I've never mowed Southern Turf, so I don't know, man. I don't know how Southern Turf does it, but I've always mowed fescue, always. Eddie H, are you leaving or is Doc leaving? Which one of y'all leaving, man? Random, God bless. All right, cool. Heading to bed. Shane, be good, man. Have a great week this week, and try not to do too many trimming jobs. It'll get you. All right, let's see. Grassy ass down here in Sandblast. I like the extra thickness of my decks on my Spartans. Yeah, yep. Spartan mowers. I've never used a Spartan mower either. I've seen them. Martin Robert giving a heads up. A hey to Ray. David's Adventures. What's up, man? You know, or DNL. How you doing, bro? And yeah, I did get your message about you changing your channel name, so I see you here, bro. Ground Pounder up in the house. Always good to have the Tree Man Ground Pounder with us. And yeah, dude, he's definitely a warrior out here. Let's see. Alan's Lawn Care. I had my Skag for almost 20 years and it finally died beyond repair. I couldn't see paying 15 grand for a new one, so I bought a Toro 2000. It's a beast, and I do miss my old Skag. I got you. Yeah, I mean, I had to do my first Skag was $8,000. That was a Freedom Z Pro. And that's why I got that, because it was only $8 grand compared to the X-Mart. I think at the time was 15. Yeah, I think it was. So, but the Skag, when I bought it, it was only 15 and some change. Now they're like 18. So, all right. So Mark Linton's talking about the right mower. Says the cut is good, better in my opinion. It's fast and easy to handle also. Yep, down in the South. American Lawn Specialist is down in Mississippi. Yeah, yeah, Mississippi. And I know they got some thick blades. Like the grass blades themselves are thick, thick grass to cut. Fescue, it cuts, man. It cuts pretty easy. Tom Doby, thank you, sir. I appreciate the super chat, man. Everybody show your love to Tom. If you don't already follow him, he does mower repair and helps us mowing guys out when we have problems with our blowers, our weeders, you name it. So if you follow his channel, he will definitely respond to your comments and he'll put a video out for you if you have certain questions on certain things. Right, Tom? Right. Because this is Tom's first year in business on his own, and he's definitely feeling the pains and the strains of trying to figure out how to do it and stay sane. Stay sane, man. That's the whole thing. So let's see, going down. Old ground pounder says, I think we're gonna plant chicory for my backyard. What the hell's chicory? I don't know what chicory is, man. You just send a picture up or something on that. Let's see, Extentify. Welcome to the Warrior Hangout. Hey, Elite, where's your favorite grass type? I like tall fescue. Yeah, man. Tall fescue's where it's at, dude. It's so easy to grow. It's easy to keep green. And it doesn't die out, really. I mean, you know, Bermuda is beautiful. I mean, I love Bermuda grass when I'm playing soccer on it. But I ain't trying to maintain Bermuda grass or even have it because it turns like, I guess I don't mind it if it's snow. Snow. Alright, so any yard that I've ever seen in my life when it was all Bermuda, I've seen in the wintertime and it looked like snow. So in my mind, yeah, you could have Bermuda grass and have beautiful green carpet all during the summer, and then when it turns cold, it basically looks like it snowed in your yard the whole time. Alright, anyways, I don't know how I started talking about that. So Extentify, glad you're here, man. Always appreciate you hanging out. Ground Pounder, Tree Guy and Lawn Care Chat. Hey, dude. I think probably more people than you think have been up in trees, and now we mow grass. Because, I'll tell you what, man, climbing 120 feet up with a chainsaw tied to your belt and risking life and death just to make a couple $1,000, it's cool for a young man. I don't know. I got over that pretty quick. Let's see. Looking at the chat again, guys. Simplicity Tractor, Ground Pounder. Yeah. The Ground Pounder's up in Michigan. He's got Sasquatch in his backyard, hanging out with him all the time. Yeah, see, Ground Pounder, I just saw his thing come up. He makes 6 figures, 6 months out of the year. He can chill. Rick Bowden, West Virginia here. Been busy and hot. Hey, welcome, Rick. Glad to have you here, man. Ricky Sarver, curious if there are any insurance companies that will let you carry insurance during the summer months and not during the off season. Probably not. Hey, Murphy. Scott Murphy, the governor. Thanks for being here, bro. He's a Virginia boy, too. Alright, back to the question. Ricky, the insurance stuff, man. Alright, my insurance is cheap. I pay like $150 to $170 every quarter for my insurance, and it's a good coverage, like $2 million liability. It's fine. So to me, that's like any company that should be a minute expense, in my opinion, is your insurance. Insurance is not that expensive to have, and you damn better have it. So let's see, Ray. Yeah, I did watch your videos today. Actually, I fell asleep to the second one, so appreciate you helping me out there and taking a nap. You know I'm messing with you. Zach from Blades LLC. Any big landscape projects to come? Let me think for a second. No, thank God. No, I don't have any landscape projects coming up. Mostly, I think I'm just going to be. I say that. I do have a landscape project coming up. I got to try to squeeze it in the next 2 weeks. It's a river rock install and a landscape lighting install, and it's probably going to be about $6,000 or $7,000. I haven't even priced it out yet, but I'm going to go price that out probably next weekend, maybe this week. We'll see. All right, back to the chat. Other than that, Zach, I'm not pushing for any landscape projects right now. I don't have anybody asking me to do anything except that one lady, and I'll be fine with that. I do have a couple aerations I need to take care of coming up in the fall, and of course the leaves and the bush trimming and everything else. Eddie H says, who's burnt the hell out? We're all burnt out. Every one of us. Doesn't matter what profession you're in. If you're outside, you've been working since January 1st, and now it's August, you're burnt out. 100%, no matter what you're doing. Let's see, Alan is hoping his Toro will last him until he turns 70, which is 10 more years. Jojo the man, good evening from Philly. Lawn Ranger Lawn Care. Second year, what a crazy business. I agree. Jojo, welcome to the group, man. It's a good community here, guys. Most of us are here to support each other and give each other, just uplifting vibes the whole time. Let's see. Yeah, definitely ground powder. Stop over at Dobie's channel. Luciano, chicory root, isn't that an herb? Just putting great ass. Grassy ass has been busting hard this weekend doing mechanical work. I was almost a diesel mechanic myself, but we went a different direction. I'm going to the chat right now, guys. Hold on. That's a herb. Yes, they use the roots. The boxing gloves. Phew. Thank you, David. I appreciate that, man. Like I said, tree work, ground pounder, tree work's good money, man. I was knocking down like $20,000 to $30,000 a week when I was 26 years old up in Richmond, Virginia, and I had a big 72-foot bucket truck, and it was bad, man. Look, I'll show you real quick. That's my old truck, man. It had the 15-foot elevator unit. So the bucket extended all the way up, then that elevator unit was another 15 feet extension. It's got a double bucket on the back of it, and it had a pole setting winch on the bucket, which I could use as a lowering false false Y, whatever. I can't even remember what you call it anymore. It's been so long. But yeah, I had a winch on the front, winch on the top. There was an old pole setting truck for utilities. I bought it in Texas for 20 grand. Yeah, $20,000 I got that truck. It was a 1986 International 14-speed. Crazy. Yeah, man. It's called a Jim Cramer. Dude, I could do anything with that truck. I used to load all my logs, my 10, 12-foot logs, depending on what we were cutting and taking to the mill. I could pick all those logs up, load them up on my big old dump truck flat, and take it to the log mill, man. That was like an amazing truck to have. All right. Way behind on this chat, dude. Let's see. Mark, I assume you rolled out of here. I hope that, hey, if you're still hanging out, cool. If not, have a good week, brother. Stay safe. He gets up early and takes walks with his wife, so that's the way it is. Ray saying a young man's tree game. Yep. If Ray ain't got a bobcat or a skid steer to knock down a tree, he don't want to mess with it, man. Let's see, Hale Real Estate. He's up in our community. Always good to have you here, brother. Yeah, ground pounder's a beast, man. JoJo the man. Life is good. Yeah, Ray Ray. He said Ray Ray's insurance like $75 a month. Yeah, that's about it, dude. I think it's $150 for me every three months. His bucket keeps me young. Yeah. Yep. Bucket trucks come in handy, especially when you're older. Grass ass, $60 a month for his insurance. Michael Riley, welcome Warrior. Good to have you here, man. Michael's been hanging out with me here in the channel for a long time. So I'm going through the chat, guys. Fescue does not do good in hot temperatures. You are correct. The heat will burn out fescue faster than anything will. So Florida, Martin Robert hanging out in Florida. I'm gonna be heading down to Florida here in a couple weeks, man. I was gonna take my vacation down there and not do anything, probably just kind of hang out. That makes sense. Virgil from Lawnscapes is talking about having commercial snow removal insurance that he can drop and add through the seasons. So that may be an option for the warrior that was asking about that. How my truck doing, Randall? Eddie H. Eddie H wants to know how the Ford 250 diesel brand new truck's doing. Dude, the Ford truck killed it compared to the Dodge Rams that I drove, and it killed it compared to the GMC that I had. And honestly, it's funny because when I think back about my life, my 30 years in lawn care and doing this stuff, I've always had Fords. Like, I've always been driving Fords for other people and their companies for the most part. And yeah, it just happens they had a really bad engine there for a while. You know, really bad reputation on their engines, but they fixed that. They got a brand new engine out, and so far, I don't know. So far, the new engine in that F250 diesel is kicking ass. I mean, and I cannot praise the mileage, the gas mileage, more than any other truck I've had. And I think that's just diesel. I mean, diesel in general gets better gas mileage than gas. I put $120 a week in that truck, and it lasts me 8-9 days, and I make probably $6,000 to $7,000 in those days, which is $120 in gas. So, all right, man. Ground pounder says you're a hell of a leader, Randall. Well, I appreciate it, man. I'm just being me. I just do what I do, man. I've always been a leader for my family first, and that's just the way it goes. I enjoyed coaching too. Coaching is awesome. So, Michael Riley, in the golf business, my job in August was to try and keep my employees from killing each other. I'm sure. Dude, everybody, it was a rough week, man. It was really rough. Everybody got a little bit of attitude this week here and there, but my crew didn't bitch, complain. They didn't cry about it. They just kind of did their thing. So Virgil says he's scared to death of heights. He'll never go up on a lift. Hear, hear. It wasn't fun when I went on it. Rick Bowden, everyone burn out, but I would rather be burnt than broke. Boom. Good statement. Good statement there, buddy. That's exactly what I say every day when I wake up, because I'm not always in the mood to go mow grass. You know, we walk outside at 7 o'clock in the morning, that sun's hitting you face first. You don't want to go out there and mow. You already know it's going to feel. So, let's see. I'm trying to catch up with this stuff, man. The mill won't touch residential tree here. Too much iron in them. Huh. Interesting. Huh. Let's see. Hail Real Estate. or Hale Estate Services. If you're still hanging out, man, thank you so much for being here. You have a good week, man. Be safe. Martin Robert, seen dude's big side job the other day. Looked like passed out so hot. Doing a big side job, yeah, man. Dude, laying sod right now. Especially if you ain't in the shade. If you ain't in the shade laying that, you're suffering, man. I've done a sod job, a 8-pallet sod job in July once. Miserable. Like 20 tons of dirt we had to spread out. But obviously we had a skid steer. So. Hey, Mickey, Sarge, good to see you here, man. I don't know how far I am behind in chat, but it's good to see you here, bro. Thanks for being here. I had a good time with Mickey, hanging out with him. He came up and visited me from Tennessee a couple weekends ago. And the waterfall video I just put out, that's where I was supposed to take Mickey that day, but we didn't get out there, man. So. Yeah, guys, there's a lot of channels up in here. I mean, if you don't follow a lot of these channels, look their channels up and follow them. Everyday Lawn Care has a channel. Ray Ray's has a channel. Eddie H goes on his stuff, does a couple videos out there. If you want to know who he is, he'll let you know who he is, man. He's a real dude, real warrior. Ground Pounder, of course. Dude, Ground Pounder's put out some cool videos, man. He really does. He'll get up in a tree and start filming and talking to you. He's just hanging out. I love it. Let's see. Yeah, the 6.0 had the big issues. Drew from Drew's Property Management. Welcome, my warrior brother. Tom Dobie always hanging out still. There you go. Ray loves his Ford. Well, let's see. Virgil says he pays $400 a month. That may be a combination of location, services he offers, because different look, if you're just mowing grass, then your insurance is cheap. If you start doing other services, your insurance grows with each risky service that you start doing. You start digging in the ground to do irrigation work and stuff like that, your insurance is going to go up. There's more stuff to mess up, right? So it makes sense. But still, $400 a month, dude. If Virgil makes that in an hour with his crews out there working, you know, whatever. It's not that bad. Yep, Eddie H has his Ford too. I'm telling you, man, Ford's been strong ever since I've been doing this. That's been 30 years. The very first truck I drove, I was 16. It was a big Dodge Ram dually 5-speed, and I had to pull a damn tractor. Yeah, the first time I had to drive a truck, I was pulling a tractor with a flatbed trailer on the interstate for 45 minutes. That was insane, man. Let's see, you're lucky elite, Luciano says. We've been getting rain at least 4 days a week for the past 2 months. Yeah, it's hard to get stuff done, man. It's hard to get stuff done when it rains so much. But I try not to complain about rain. Without rain, I don't have any business. You know, nothing will be green, nothing will be growing, and I won't be needed without rain. So yeah, I'll usually just, if it's too much rain, I'll just battle it out, just get it on it, you know. Jojo the man asked what trimmer line you use. I just use, hell, I don't even know, man. And that's what I'm saying, guys. A lot of this stuff, all right, so a lot of the stuff that everybody is concerned about and saying this is the best this is the best that, this is the best this. Dude, if I find something that works, I just stay with it. It's kind of like if you go to a baseball game, you get a beer and a hot dog. That's what everybody does in baseball games, right? Because it works, and you stay with it. You don't have to try the sausage cheddar brat to see if it's better than the hot dog. It already works for you. All right, whatever. It's been decades since I went to a baseball game. Oh, jeez. Let's see. Yeah, the rain's been. There's been some big storms hitting people. That's for sure. Scott Murphy talking about can't wait till fall. Me neither, but I think we're all ready for some fall weather. Uh, I don't want to rush my grass mowing season because, hell, dude, I still got weeks and weeks of making good money mowing grass. I mean, mowing grass is so easy. It's like you just do it. Once you know your route, you just do it. You can do it with your eyes closed. Do it in your sleep. Let's see. As soon as these grants over, I'm gonna try to catch up with y'all's conversation here. Hold on. All right. Yeah, man. That's it. That's it. Yeah, I mean, mowing grass is easy. Like Ray just said, it's the mowers do all the work, man. It's nothing. There's really nothing to it. Once you learn how to mow grass correctly and safely and efficiently, it's not a hard profession to conquer. It's not a hard profession to master, honestly. But like I said the other day to my wife, all right, so think about it. When you were younger and you were told to go do your chores and you had to go mow the grass and you had some hunka-munka push mower that you actually had to push and it took 25 pulls to start the thing, and every time you got in the tall grass it would bog out and it only adjusted in height a few inches. It's miserable. Mowing grass can be miserable. Mowing grass, dude, you can totally despise mowing grass because of the wrong equipment. The only reason mowing grass is easy is because I jump on a $15,000 machine and the grass is gone. There's no work involved. Same thing with weed eating. I used to watch my brother-in-law have the bent shaft weed eaters and stuff, and dude, it was a plug-in electric weed eater with a string like this long and only one string, and it would take him 3.5, 4 hours to weed eat the back fence line, screaming, cussing the whole time. It comes down to your equipment, right? I mean, dude, if you get the right equipment, it's everything. It makes all the difference in the world. I mean, just upgrading from the 48-inch walk behind to a rider machine, 60-inch, I doubled my size of my list of clients because I was able to move so much faster, cut so much grass easier, and I wasn't exhausted. I could put in 10, 12 hours a day riding on a mower compared to pushing on a mower or walk behind, And then you go from a smaller engine and a smaller transmission model of zero turn to the larger transmission model and engine. I mean, the turf tractor's got 37 horsepower, the drive shaft system, and that thing just goes, man. It'll cut everything you go into. So it's good stuff, man. I mean, look, if any other mowing brand wants to say, hey, Randall, we'll sponsor you and give you some free mowers, bring it on, man. I'll mow grass with whatever mower you give me and tell you exactly what I think about it. Mowed all of them. So, yeah. Virgil, at the end of the day, we're making tall grass short. That's it, man. And obviously, there's differences in clientele. There's levels, right? I've had videos out there, the 4 or 5 different levels of properties, and it's a true thing. I mean, you can make a ton of money doing any kind of mowing, landscaping, maintenance, property maintenance. Commercial accounts are good money. They pay 12 months out of the year, and many times you're just chopping, weed eating, blowing and going. No one cares. No one's ever going to look in the back field of their office to see clumps, thatch, anything like that. So that's just a mow, blow, and go kind of service on a lot of commercial properties. So you can have your whole business focused on that and make a lot of money. You could have your whole business focused on large cuts. Like Ray has a lot of large field cuts. And he doesn't do it every week, but he likes doing that because it's easy, you know? I mean, dude, no one's going to care if there's some stick ups in your field. Because country boys, they look across the field, they're like, yep, grass is cut, go ahead and pay the man. That's it. They don't care. Country's country. You can make money. If I lived in a downtown area, say I lived in an inner city area, I would find the rich neighborhoods because every inner city has hospitals. Most of those hospital areas have residential areas that all the doctors and nurses live in, reside in. And you can find those few streets, focus on getting the higher end clientele in the city. That way you can bang out small yards, little postage stamps, bang them out nice and easy, close together. So there's always an answer. There's always a different need in your demographic area to make money mowing grass. So it is what it is. But let's look at this chat again. Yep, equipment is everything. I mean, you got to grind away to afford good equipment. Yeah, you got to grind to get it. That's for sure. Yeah, inner city is a whole different rig, you know. And that's why I think that. All right, so we always talk about lots of guys on here or in life in general. They're like, yeah, I've got 80 clients a week. I've got 100 yards a week. I've got so many properties a week. I honestly don't want that many properties a week. I mean, unless I lived in an inner city. If I lived in an inner city, then sure, I'll bang out 100 of them. But they only take 10 minutes. So a 10-minute yard compared to a 45-minute to an hour yard, that's a huge difference. I would say that you could make some good money just rolling through downtown areas if you were in the right spot with the right income level. Boneyard's up in here. Oh, I miss Boneyard. Antonio. Boneyard has a good channel. He's been working on his videos for a little while, and his videos are getting better and better every time I see him. So shout out to Boneyard Lawn Service. You guys click out of here, follow him on his channel because he's got some good stuff, man. He good, hard-working warrior, family man, like most of us are. So yeah, Martin Roberts says fast mowers are a must. Totally agree. Yeah, I mean, my route, I do 31 properties a week. And if I was doing it by myself, those 31 properties would take me literally 6 days, 10-hour days. Because I got my boys helping me, it's much easier. We squeeze into 3 days for mowing, and we do landscaping Mondays and Tuesdays. So any property maintenance, landscaping, trimming, any extra work that I got gets done Mondays and Tuesdays. And we mow grass Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And that's been working out really well. Income-wise, Mondays and Tuesdays pay for my helpers the whole week. And therefore, I don't lose any of my grass mowing income paying for payroll, you know. But it does force me to work Mondays and Tuesdays to have the benefit of having them with me. So definitely worth the benefit. I wouldn't be out here by myself doing all this stuff. I couldn't do it, man. Let's see. Martin Roberts says, beware, everyone. Dun, dun, dun. I have several mechanic friends told me Vanguard engines cheap jump throw on mowers. Now straight jump, beware. Well, the only experience I have with the Vanguard is the one I got now. And like I said, that's 37 horsepower, fuel injected, not coolant or anything like that, just fuel injected. And I really have not had one issue, knock on wood. I've not had one issue out of my engine, period. on that Vanguard, and it's 1,330 hours on it. This is my third season mowing with it, and at the same time, the Kawasaki, the 27 horsepower, I think it is, maybe 24, on the Freedom Z, I haven't had any issues out of that engine either. But I also service them regularly. I change the plugs, I change the filters, the gas fuel filters, the air filters, the oil, all that stuff. I do it pretty regularly, so it might make a difference. But in my opinion, like I always say, it's who put the thing together, and are the parts all put together correctly. You know, that's what makes a good mower. It can be a Toro, Snapper, Wright, X-Smart, whatever, man. Any John Deere. If the right mechanic put it together correctly with no flaws, that mower's going to last. Point blank. If it has a defective part, that's totally different. But it's kind of rare. It's usually whoever puts the thing together, the vibrations will make stuff move around after a couple 100 hours, and stuff starts changing. That's just the way it goes, in my opinion. Let's see here. Back to the chat. We got like Riley. When are you going to hand over the camera, the job to one of your boys and let them narrate a video or two? Dalton doesn't want to. He don't want any part of being in front of the camera and being in control of the camera. He don't mind talking to the camera when I put him on spot, but he ain't gonna want that. Tyler probably would. He wouldn't mind doing that, but it's not, probably not. So, Ray, people always asking me how many yards I do a week. When I tell them 40, they're like, I do 40 in one day. I'm like, okay, but they're $40 yards. Well, dude, if I do 40 yards in a day and it's $40, I'll take 1,600 a day. I ain't gonna complain. But I don't think you're doing that many. So I don't think you're doing 40 freaking yards. I mean, I guess me and a 6-man crew could go to a HOA and we would knock out 40 houses at an HOA with 6 men in 2 hours. And then we could roll to the next HOA that has 80 houses, and we knock that out in 4 hours. And then I could say I did 120 houses. But it's not really the way it goes, is it? No, man. You can't say that, well, I have a 80 unit HOA here and a 120 unit HOA. We did 200 homes today. No, you didn't. You didn't. You did 2 properties with 200 residents living there. That's it. Big difference, man. Big difference. Back to comments. Grassy ass lawn care says, I like the power my Vanguard has, and I've had mine for 3 years. Amen. Same here, man. I don't have any complaints. See, Virgil, that's why when it comes to residential, we love houses on golf courses. They pay well. 3 swipes in front, 3 swipes in the back. Yeah. Dude, a lot of those golf course communities and HOA little things like I was just talking about, they're easy yards, especially if you live in a flat area. I mean, if you live in a flat area, there ain't nothing to it. There's no retaining walls, there's no slopes to weed eat and stuff like that. You just in and out. It makes sense. Let's see. Mickey from Everyday ran on the Turf Tiger 2 versus the Cheetah. What's your thoughts? I haven't done the Cheetah yet, man. I sat on the Cheetah last weekend when I went to the dealer, but I didn't get to use it. But you know, you never know. I could demo one day. We'll see how that goes. Ray's got 45 hours on his new X-Smart, and I assume it's still mowing grass. I saw it in a video. Martin Robert, a lot of plastic in the newer Vanguards. Yeah, I mean, maybe so, bro. Yeah, Dalton is a beast. 100% Dalton's a beast, man. It's funny, I was just talking to my soulmate tonight. I was just looking back at all the work we've done, because he's been rolling with me. This is his 3rd year full time. And it was dude, just thinking back to the college campus that we went there and we eated for 2 days straight for like 10 hours. It was unreal, man. And it was just unreal. Oh, boom, boom, Mud Hustle. My man, my brother. Hey, threw out a $10 super chat. What's up, Randall? Thanks for kicking knowledge down to us, Chucks. Man, we're all Chuck. All right, we're all Chuck until we go through all the failures of life and we learn from our own failures. That's my opinion. That's the only way I know what I'm doing out here because I failed so many times. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. And I assume you just got up here. I've already apologized to everybody for my lack of response on my comments. It's really, really hard for me to sit down for 2-3 hours at a time and respond to comments. So I'll tell you what, and I wanted to ask, I mean, I got a lot of you guys in here now. It's 27 of you at least hanging out. So if I did a live stream, say every Sunday evening or Sunday morning or whatever, would it be worth just having hey, leave me comments during the week and I'll respond to them on the weekend? We can sit here and talk live and chat together about the comments that you left me, because that would work best for me, and that way you guys would feel acknowledged. Because, dude, I've got literally, there's probably 200 questions on my comments that I haven't had time to get to, and I apologize 100% for not getting to them, because a lot of them are really good questions and really positive comments. So I think maybe that would be the best thing for me. So let me know in the comments if that would be a good thing for y'all. You know, just once a week, at the end of the week, we'll sit here and talk about the comments that came in, questions that you guys had, stuff that I threw out there, whatever. And we can hang out, because, I don't know, I think that's one of the things that a community needs, is someone to hang out, and we can all be cordially friendly with each other and, you know, motivate each other, learn from each other. Because, I mean, like I said, without failures, I wouldn't know anything. If I didn't fail in life, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Which sounds crazy, but it's true. The more you fail, the more successful you get. Which I think a lot of the younger generation don't understand that. Chuck chats. Yeah, Chuck Chat Saturday Night Show. Here you go. Oh shit. So yeah, if you guys want to throw in try to come up with a catchy title for our show we'll have, man. Well, look, I just promise I'll be friendly. Alright, so I will say this. We're all grown men. We're all gonna throw jabs at each other here and there. We're all gonna mess with each other and pick on each other a little bit. I get that. It's all good, man. If you're a real man, you understand that. You've been working with men your whole life. They pick on each other. They talk snap. But, you know, it's different when you start attacking characters. It's different when you start attacking a man as opposed to just playing and having fun, just out of jest. And, you know, it's just, it's a good feeling when you have a community to hang out with, man. So, it does. I mean, good look, I've seen, alright, so, I've seen 2 different channels just this week that are having issues, you know, making it through this season. One, because his truck and equipment got plowed over by a freaking old lady, just got destroyed. I think that was Josh's lawn, Josh's something. I never followed his channel until I saw his video, and I was like, oh man, it's like, I need to check out my insurance and make sure I'm covered on all that stuff. So him and another one, I think it was Jim, was talking. He's having a hard time, you know. And once you get in a bad spot, it's hard to I don't know, once you get in a bad spot in life, it's hard to get out of it by yourself. And when you're by yourself, you don't have any family to reach out to, you don't have, you know, dependent friends to reach out to, and you get in a hole, there's no one there to throw a rope to you. And it's a life-changing situation if someone is actually there that has a rope that they can throw. Not many of us have that rope just available to be like, phew, here's $5,000. You're welcome. Most of us don't have that rope. But a lot of times it just takes real warrior mindsets to get together and to think through problems and to solve problems and to come up with ways and solutions to help other people out that are in situations we've already gone through, right? So, I don't know, guys. Let's see. It's 10:40 right now. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all want to call it a night and, you know, come back next week. So we've been on for 65 minutes now, a little bit over an hour. I don't mind. I'll hang out more. I took a nap today. I may be up till 12:30, 1 o'clock today. But it is what it is. All right, back to chat real quick. So a lot of you guys said, yeah, you come on in and hang out. Cool. Alright, so we got a lot of you guys would come hang out with me on a Sunday, chat. Sounds good. Chat with Chucky and friends. Chat with Chucky and friends. Yep, eyelids getting heavy. I hear you, man. Yep, and Ray helped me out with that nap today. And I did go back and rewatch the rest of it after I fell back asleep. So, you know. Pretty sure it's 420. It's always 420. So, always 420. Martin, always, we will get some rest. We'll stay hydrated. It's been a really hot, exhausting week. But, I don't know, where I'm at, it's really no different, man. I remember years that it's just excruciating, painfully hot. I mean, you could look at back in the day, you could look at the road and you'd have tar bubbling. You'd have literal bubbling tar on the roads back when we were little. And, hey man, we were running around with no shoes on most of the time. It was extremely hot. I don't see that stuff anymore. So, whatever. It is what it is. But, hey. As always, be good if you can. Always be kind, and above all, love each other. And thank you very much for everyone in this community that has given me support, has helped grow the channel, and is just there for me. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you appreciate some of the stuff I put out there. Some of it is just a video, you know. It's not always easy to film out there in the heat, but I'll do my best for you, and we'll see how miserable this week is. Should be easy, nice and easy peasy. I think we got some trimming action coming up on Tuesday. Maybe we'll do some mower video maintenance on Monday, and I'm mowing grass the rest of the week. So peace out, boys. Peace out. Thanks for joining me. All you warriors, y'all are awesome.